Good afternoon and welcome to day 13 of the New November challenge. My name is Emma and this is Creative Clearsy channel. Today we're going to be making a dashboard. So I have got one of these clear perspex boxes that I've saved to do this. If you don't have this, you can use just an ordinary card. I like it being clear because I like to be able to kind of see through it. I think it also gives a purpose for keeping these, because otherwise I can't think of something to use them for massively. You can cut them down and make them into tags, which are quite interesting. Washi tape tags. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this off. I will actually save these because I will be using the rest of the box for the washi tape tags, which we're going to do in a few days time. So I'm just going to take out the top bit, not throw away the extra. I just want to get rid of the rest of the box for the time being. Right, so I have a basic shape. Now I'm going to get out you can't really see it very well I don't think, but I'm going to get this out and I'm going to trim it down to the size I want it to be. Oh, sorry, I'm going to knock you guys. So I've got my craft knife, my metal ruler, my craft mat. I've got this. Now, in order to work out how big I want this, I'm just going to get my current journal, because I want it to sit inside. So it'll likely sit kind of in the front page here most of the time. I like to be able to move it around, so this is not going to be a fixed in page when it comes to it. But in order to do it, I want it to be a bit smaller than this is at the moment. That's why you should always keep the lid on your... Oh, sorry. That's why I should always keep the lid on these, because they fall off, and the desk, the lid came off of that one when it went off. I'm going to put that to the side for the time being. Right, so for this I want this to measure a bit smaller than my cover. So I'm thinking I want it to be 21 centimetres by 15-ish. Might do it 21 centimetres by 14, make it just a little bit narrower. So start off by making one of these edges a flat edge, because where I've cut it, it's not straight at all. So very carefully come across. Now, because this is plastic, you may very well need to go through it a couple of times before it cuts through. There we go. It's better to do lots of small ones and be very careful about it, rather than go really heavy and do a really long, deep one, I find, if you have more control. So for this bit, I'm now going to just straighten off this edge here as well, lining this up, just so I have two good sides to measure from. Now this little board actually does have the measurements on there for me. I will be turning it around and using it properly in a minute. But just carefully. Actually, I'm going to move this in a bit and do it, because it's not very secure otherwise. So I'm lining up the straight edge I've just cut against the board, and then I'm going to straighten this and come down very carefully along here. Oops. through most of it. Yeah. If it doesn't go through most of it, you can just come back in and line it up and just go through the bit which is not quite sealed yet. There we go. So pop my lid on while I do this, just because I don't want any accidents. I'm going to flip this board round so I've got it in the right area. So this is done in centimetres or millimetres actually. So I said I wanted it to be 14 by 21. So I'm going to pop up my straight edges to this bit here. So I'm going to pop it, line it up with the bottom corner here of my mat. I will move along to 21 and then up to 14 and cut it out like that. Okay, just being very careful because you want it, it's not as easy to cut as cardboard. So bring it up to the 21. Line it up. It's also a little bit more slippy than paper, so when you're doing it, it can move, so you want to make sure you're pushing down on this, on your metal ruler quite hard, but relatively lightly with your scalpel or craft knife. And I think we're almost there. You can hear it when it's almost ready. Yeah, there you go. Just pops off. So I'm going to save this because it's big enough for us to use for something else. So pop that with me other bits. Now let's spin this round, keeping those edges lined up, and then find the 14 line. If you don't have a marked mat, you can just mark it with a pen around the edge, like a marker pen of some description, because I'm going to put washi tape around the edge of mine, so it would cover up that if you had that. There are almost one more. Oh no, one. Oh, this. There we go. Put those over there. Get rid of this. Don't need this anymore. Boop. Yay! So we have a nice page. That should, you won't see it very well at the moment, but it should sit nicely in there. And the idea is that you can move it to wherever you want it to be in the book. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a pretty washi tape to put around the edges. Now I did at one point think about rounding the corners. The reason I'm not is because this is a very thick one. If you were using something which was a bit thinner, like more perspex-y, not perspex-y, sorry, like I showed you on this, what do you call this, acetate-y, then you could probably do it and it would be okay, but this is just too thick. I don't want to ruin my corner punches, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to choose a nice washi tape to put around the edges. I think I'm just gonna go with a classic kind of brown check. So gonna line this up so it's straight. because this check has checks on it, sorry, this has checks on it, it's easier to get it halfway. So I know that I want to line up. I want to line up this. Oh, it's quite hard to see actually. I'm just going to move this down so I can try and see. Right, if I hold it up I can, oops, cut it too short, so I'll have to do it this way. I can just about see it through. Once you get a part of it lined up, you can then get the rest lined up. I'm just looking through for the edge of the paper. Being very careful. There you go. So this I will just cut off. And then save all my little area of washi tape bit cut-offs. Okay, just I've not done that very straight, so I'm just gonna carefully peel that back and then start it back down. There we go. So that's one edge. I'm going to do that for all four. Sorry, I'm being a bit quiet. I'll try. It's taking quite a lot of concentration to line this up. So you can't see what I'm seeing. It's very, very faint. You can just about see. This. If you're not doing this, you don't have to. Or you do. You don't have to wrap it around. You could just put it straight up against it, the edge. And then you don't have to worry about wrapping and getting it right. So I can see where this is actually slightly not quite right. So I'm going to just quickly pull that off. You don't want to faff with it too much, because if you faff with it too much, you might damage the washi tape. Stretch it, or you don't want that. So we just want, hopefully that's a bit better. Okay, I should have chopped this bit off before. Oh, never mind. It's not a massive piece, so now I'm just going to flush the. Make sure this is right up to the edge of the perspex, because the next ones I want it to sit flat when I put the longer along the top. So today I'm filming this a little bit later than I would normally. I've already been out for my walk this morning. I've also dropped off my sewing machine for a repair, which is good. It's going to take quite a long time for it to actually come through, but at least I feel like it's being done. Something's being done about it. So yeah, I feel good about that, which is nice. So done that. I'm quite excited. I've had a notification that my the expansion for the board game me and my husband have been playing that we've pre-ordered has been dispatched, which is exciting. So the game, this particular game is called Wingspan. It is about birds. It sounds, well, it doesn't sound boring, but it doesn't sound massively, when you say you're playing a board game about birds, you kind of feel like it's very niche, but it's not. It is an amazing game and so much strategy involved, and yeah, it's like that, and then the game which I mentioned before called Everdell. They're definitely my favourite board games of the time. Hours and hours and hours and hours to play with my husband and with other members of the family. It's a little bit in depth, but you can pick it up. If my family can pick it up, you can pick it up. My family aren't massive board game players, unlike me and my husband, but they seem to really enjoy playing this game. So yeah, I really recommend it. The artwork on the cards are beautiful. Each one kind of, well, I'd almost want, if I didn't love the game myself and it didn't cost so much to buy the game, I'd be tempted to use it in my crafts because you get so many cards, but which are beautiful. But no, my husband would not be happy if I decided to start stealing those cards to use in my crafts. In fact, I'm pretty sure he might have a go at me if I even mention it. So I'm not going to say anything to my hubby about it. But do check it out if you like playing board games. You're into particularly modern board games. If you've not played modern board games, perhaps not the first game I would suggest you play. I would say perhaps start on something like Ticket to Ride or Catan. They're both very good games as well. Enjoy both of them. There's lots of different versions of them. But do look up, even if you don't, I'd say check out the board game, have a look online. It's called Wingspan. There are 2 expansions now. There's the European expansion, and then the one which has just been released is the Oceania Wingspan, which I think is really good because they brought it out, and they're donating X amount from each sale of game, I think, to the Australia's help the animals recover from the fire that they had last year. So that they kind of brought it out as a kind of to help that, which I think is really good. It's set in obviously that area of the world. But yeah, no, really can't recommend it enough. So that is my basic thing. I'm moving this away. I'm going to put my must have already put it away. Did I put my... I'm sure I'll find it later. Ah, there it is. I'm going to put it away now in the right place. My scalpel, otherwise I might end up being... right. So, on this, I want to put, I want to have a pocket. And I'll show you how I'm going to make a pocket for it in a minute. But I also want to have a little area where I can write my word. Now I will pop a sticker on it. It'll be a label sticker because you can peel the label stickers off for my inspiration for the month. I won't write the word because I'm not going to use it this year at the moment. This will be for next autumn. I also want some sticky labels on there, so I'm just going to get my little box of bits. I want to put some of these, what are they called, page flags, foxes, very cute. I also want to find, see if I've got a suitable pack of, I use that. So these are sticky tabs, sticky labels. I'm just going to see if there's anything more suitable than plain. I've got plenty of these page flags, but I think I quite like the look of the foxes. They're cute. Yeah, no, I'm going to use those. Right, move this out away. So I'm just going to take my sticky labels, stick it off. Now these aren't going to be the strongest things around, the sticky off of these, so I will glue this on here with a Fabri-Tac probably. I'm going to put half the pile here and half the pile on the back, so because I don't want to see the glue marks on there. So let's split the pile in half. Actually, I've got a second one because that's a very small pile. When you get the pre-cut, the shaped ones, you don't tend to get a full pad worth of them. So I'm just going to do a line straight down the back here. Now the reason I'm using Fabri-Tac is I think it tends to hold a little bit better on acetate. Don't hold me to this. I think finding glues on acetate is quite difficult. If this doesn't work, I will probably use glue dots because they've got a bit more tack to them. So let's just pop a little bit on here, same kind of location, and pop this on over the top. Right, now I'm going to put that to the side for a second to dry while I do my corner page. Now my page corner, I want to have, sorry, my pocket on this, I want it to have what do you call it, mushroom on it. So I want it to be a relatively plain piece of paper, but I'm going to have it cut as a particular shape. Now I'll just get one of these shapes and I can show you what I mean. Can't find them. Where have they gone? Oh well, never mind. I will do it without. So I'm going to find a piece of tea-dyed paper, preferably. I haven't got a piece of tea-dyed here that I want to cut into, so I'm going to use some parchment paper. Now I want it to be a corner page, but I want it to be curved, so I'm going to do, or at least try to, this may not work as well as I was hoping. So I've got a curve here, I'm just going to line it up here and draw a line. And then I'm going to straighten, follow that curved edge down here and then down out here. So I don't want it to be a square, I want it to be slightly wider. So I'm going to cut that out. I'm just just going to rub this off. So I'm going to cut this. Now I'm choosing mushrooms because that's kind of the theme I've got going this time round. I've got autumnal, so you could use, I could use some pumpkins if I had any pumpkins. I don't, so I'm not going to. But yeah, no, rub off the edges. I'm going to use that. You could use whichever theme you want. Sorry about that. Storage issues on my phone. So hopefully this will work. I've cut out this piece, you saw that. That's good. So what I'm going to do is take this, I want to pop a bit along the edge here and then along the edge here, right on the side, as straight as possible. I want to leave the corners empty because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in a minute. So I want to pop in this right on the edge here. Now I'm just going to fold this backwards, so this is on, so this away rather than into the piece. So I'm going to very carefully do that. So we've got it right up to the edge of this tape that we've got in here, and then I'm going to burnish that down with my nail. You can use your thing, but I'm just going to use my nail for this. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip off the corner here going out, and then snip off the corner here going out as well. That's it. Now I'm going to move that out. You'll probably find that when you do this you're going to need to recut that, so you're going to do the same for the other side as well. So bring this right up to the edge here. That's it. Burnish it down. Then you want to cut up to there. Actually just go straight across. There you go, right up to the edge, and then, oh sorry, can you not see? Apologies. So right up here, so I've cut across here, across here, across here. I'm just going to do this one a little bit more sharply. So when I want, this is going to sit in there like this. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to even cut this even more. There we go. So when I put this on here, I will pop this on the corner, and you won't see it on the back because it's going to be where that washi tape is. Okay. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to distress the edges because that is what I do. I'm going to use Vintage Photo. Don't forget, because this is see-through, you want to do it on both sides. Now, what I am going to do is, because it's see-through, on the inside I am going to pop just, I'm not going to decorate it massively, I'm just going to stick a single washi tape on the inside. Sorry, my nails are really bad at the moment. Right, there we go. Nope, not coming yet. Okay, got you on the inside. I'm just going to pop you kind of towards the side. Okay, so that when you've not got anything in the pocket, you can still see something pretty. Now, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to pop it on here, like this. So let's just take the backing of these strips off. Now you want to be careful when you're doing this to make sure that you're lining it up right. So it's nice and straight and flat. There we go. So on the other side, you see this? When you've not got something in there, you're going to see this. Okay, now on the front here, I want this nice big one. Oh, realised I've not put a burning candle on today. Oh no! Let's quickly change that. Let's put a peony. Okay, that's better. Right. So that's that. I'm not going to do anything other than that, actually. I was contemplating sticking some collage down, but I think I like this to be more simple. We're going to have some other things on here as well. There we go. Nice that. Let's stick the page flag on. I'm going to choose two because I'm going to do the same as what I've done here. I'm going to put one on this one side and one on the other side. So I'm going to choose little orangey one, and I'm going to choose ickle reddy one. So orange on this side and red on that side. So I'm just going to put him in the corner. Do I want to? I might put him down here actually. Yeah. He's probably going to get interfered with a little bit because of where I'm placing him, but I think that's the best place to put him. Go. Looking good. Now I want to choose a label. I'll choose a sticker label. Have I got a nice? I want to write on. Let me use this one. I want two on for either side. This will be where I would write my word for the month. Now you can decorate this as much as you like, put more paper on, more sticky areas. It's really just a functional area. I like this to be more of a kind of, like I said in my last video, a brain dump area, somewhere where I can quickly jot something down, or if I've got something that I want to pop in, I can just slide in here, like a photo, or if I've been somewhere, a sticker or something like that, or a map or something. Okay, so I think that is it. So say I've been somewhere and let's get a couple of different things here. So I know that I want to put all of these in my journal at some point, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put them. So I'll just pop it in here. And then it's safely in there. That just then tucks it into the journal and kind of corrals all of those pieces together. So it'll just sit at the front, and then I can move it to the page I'm working on, however I like. Now I will probably tuck it inside here for the time being. So it's just going to sit in my front space for now. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Tomorrow we're going to be making kind of dangles, so journal dangles, decorations, called journal jewellery basically. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to be doing that, so I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, have a lovely day. Take care. Bye now.